EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing to start the drive. Bryson. Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Ready?
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. They run up the middle with Foster. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Bryson. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They'll go play action with Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's Fernandez. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Nix going to give to Harvey. They'll get only a couple down to 44. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Nix going to tap this forward. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
It's a loss of 2.
Off the play fake. Nix. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bryson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. They'll let it go deep for Foster. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Let's go. Jackie Lying. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Harvey now on 1st and 10. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
The Broncos had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that will get a right-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're going. It's Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Broncos, 1st down.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. Yeah, he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Come on. 19 Sergeant.
Back to throw. Bryson. Pass complete to Royals. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get an intercept and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. A gain of 14.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Bryson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years about screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
This 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Inside handoff, Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Pass to the left. Here we go. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Bryson. He'll try and do this himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Butker on for the field goal. A 60-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he fires one incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, here's Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Get it! Bronco leading! Ready!
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going up the middle, Foster. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pass to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Royals in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. He'll air this one out from Mims. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
You should get out of my way. You should get out of my way. Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Hardy. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third.
Chiefs 13.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we'll just already know. Heads just keep moving which side.
There he goes, left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy,
65 yards.
And the Chiefs have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
A handoff, here's Harvey.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Complete to Bryant. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but again, zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On the handoff, Harvey.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. That is caught.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Harvey will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Just power of football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Okay, break.
This is 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 19-18.
Operating from the gun. Bryson. Over the middle, complete. That's Sullivan. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down carry for Foster. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Come on. 19 right. 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Bryson.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
70 Lions. 70 Lions. Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Back to throw. Bryson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Throwing Nix. He'll try and do this himself.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
On the give, it's Harvey.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
And that is incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Nix from the shotgun.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Get it? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Throwing to start the drive. Bryson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
19 Tigers, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down, Chiefs.
Catch, Panthers. Go. Roll, roll. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, Crash. Ready, right?
A give. This is Foster. Shreds the tackle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Here we go again.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for Broncos.
On 1st down, back to Harvey.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Nick's going to keep this himself.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Nix to the air. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. I A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, Harvey.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
There for the stop defensively, Nick DeVito.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Ready? Cowboy, not saying 19. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Bryson. Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. So the completion good for 7 there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run forward with Foster. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
They'll go again with Foster. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's complete left side to Worthy.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
15 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
And the first down, Chiefs.
60
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
2nd down and 4.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Unlock Lions. Ready.
Now Foster running left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
18 Cardinal. Let go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run 1st down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Powerful running.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. First and goal, Foster into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Ready?
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
Ready?
They keep it in the hands of Foster. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Chiefs, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.